Alright, hello everyone. So I was told by someone that I should test whether this works or not on the older versions of Magicka because there are people who do play downgraded versions, obviously because of the terrible state of the latest version of Magicka and the lack of stability and constant crashing. So this video is just to showcase the map running through the game on all of the versions that matter. So there are three major versions that most people play on, which is the 1.10 version, which is the one that I've got right now, the latest version. And we already know that it runs in here, but I will be showcasing anyways because it's important for people to be able to make a comparison between how it runs in different versions, right? Um, and this right here, as you can see, it's running just fine. We got our particles. The textures are missing because I didn't pack them last time I compiled the map, but that doesn't matter because we already have this one texture to test that everything is working just fine. The AI is capable of following us through the map, so it works pretty nicely. And the trigger right here is working correctly. And we can freeze water, and we can unfreeze it. We can go over to the lava, and we should be able to freeze the lava as well, and then unfreeze it. So basically, it all works just as intended, even the trigger worked, etc. Right? So let's quit the game and go to the next version. And give me a sec. We're gonna test now the version 1.5, right? We go ahead, launch Magicka, and we're gonna wait a smaller amount of time than we had to wait for the latest version because there's far less bloating here. Oh, and the outing is way louder. Give me a sec. So, okay, yeah, that should be okay. So, we can go ahead through challenges and we're gonna start up this map and we can check it out and see if it works. And it loaded pretty much instantly. This version is way faster at loading the files. And you can see that the AI is also capable of moving. We got particles. They may behave in a different way because of how the code may have changed between versions, but it appears to be pretty much the same. It's working just fine. This thing right here I think has a little bit different behavior. Not sure why that would freeze it, but anyways it works. Yeah, I don't know if that works in the latest version. I've never had it freeze with a Steam. It only seems to work when it's attached to the arcane element, but we can freeze it, we can unfreeze it, we can enter the trigger and it works just fine, and we can also freeze and unfreeze the water. Okay, it seems to be working 100%. Great. Let's go ahead and try out the next version, and the next one is going to be the 1.4 version, right? So if we launch the version 1.4, which is pretty much instant because there's zero bloat in this version, and we should probably go to the sound and lower everything. Okay, so we can just go over to challenges, pick the one, and don't be scared if you go to challenges in this version and don't see any images at first. It happened to me before. I guess it's because there was nothing in cache when you launch this version for the first time. After the cache is generated, it should work just fine. And it's just visual anyways. We seem to be moving faster. What? I'm not sure if it's just my perception, but anyway. The guys do seem to follow us. They know how to do the pathing as well. Yep. And the collisions also work. Yes, the particles work. We can freeze and unfreeze the lava. The trigger works. Yep, and the water as well. So yeah, pretty much it seems like absolutely everything about this tooling that I made works with every single version of Magicka. So I'm not sure what the person that told me specifically meant that was different about the XMB files, but probably it's something regarding the packaging, because this version, the oldest one, is actually heavier than the others, so probably some of the XMB files are actually not compressed. I'm not sure. I should check just in case, right? Because this works now, but what if there's a certain feature that doesn't, right? But as of now, it seems like the basic features are compatible with our versions, which is really good news, because it means that my tooling actually supports out of the box basically every single major version used by most people who still play Magicka. So it should make things easier to develop from this point onwards. But if there is some incompatibility with some of the versions, don't worry, I will be adding compilation flags for Magicka Map so that you can just say that you're making this file for this target version, and the JSON files are pretty much gonna stay mostly the same, I hope, for most versions, right? Maybe there's a different field somewhere in some class, but I would hope that those could stay pretty much the same, and the only thing that you have to do is compile your map for every single version that has some kind of different implementation for something, right? But like, yeah, it's working pretty nicely. Yeah.